Hi, I'm Katie from What Katie Did, and welcome back. Recently I've been talking a little bit about our shapewear, in particular our Glamour Merry Widow and corselette, which have inbuilt bras, and I know some of you out there will be feeling a little bit frustrated and thinking, well, you don't do my bra size, what am I supposed to do? And yes, it's difficult. We don't do every bra size, and we're never going to be able to do every bra size. But what you can do is you can piece some of our lingerie with a bra that you already own. When cups get bigger, the manufacturing and design of bras just gets very, very difficult. And to get an amazing fit, it really needs a specialist, a big design company to make something that fits and supports you properly. So while we can do as many sizes as we can, and for example our suspender and garter belts go up to a UK 26, US 22, that's an easy thing to fit. But with bras it's a completely different ball game, and it needs a huge amount of experience to do, which we're not quite there yet. So if you don't fit into our current bra sizes but you want a vintage look and feel and support, then we have our underbust girdle, which it's designed to fit just underneath your bra, so you can wear your favourite bra with it, and it supports from your underbust right down to beneath your bottom. So basically it does the job of a corselette but allows you to wear your favourite bra with it. And of course, if you do fit into our size range, you can team this with either the Glamour bra that it goes with, or you can mix and match with a maitresse bullet bra if you want more of a 50s pointed shape. The satins and power meshes we use for our lingerie, we basically use the same peach and black satin throughout, so you can get a perfect match with our Glamour Underbust Girdle, and it'll mix perfectly with our Harlow range, our retro range, our maitresse range. Even our coloured lingerie will either have the same peach elastics used here, or the same black elastics used in our black range, so you really can mix and match between our ranges for to create your own unique look. And you have to remember that back in the 40s and 50s, matching lingerie sets were actually quite rare. It's like when you have like men's underwear now, you don't have a matching vest and pants or anything like that. So back in the 40s and 50s, you did tend to buy separate pieces, and they didn't actually match. That's quite a modern invention. So by mixing and matching, you're kind of being more authentically vintage as well. So with our underbust girdle, it has 6 attached suspenders or garters. They don't come off. If you take them off, it'll roll up. So you actually need the suspenders or garters to keep the garment in place. It does have front opening. As you probably know, if you're a fan of What Katie Did, you'll know I'm a big fan of front opening, because I want shapewear is hard enough to get into already without having to worry about trying to do it behind your back. So front opening is always great. And it also has 2 spiral steel bones at the front as well, and this stops the garment rolling down. It keeps it up, keeps it in place. We played around with putting bones at the back as well, but we found that even with my vintage pieces, we couldn't get a perfect seam-free fit, by which I mean it always kind of stuck out on your hip or your bum. You couldn't get a smooth line. So there is no boning at the back, but there is boning on the tummy, which helps keep everything in place and is invisible under clothing. So I'll just show you. So that's the inside with the 2 little boning channels there. An underbust girdle has an advantage over just a waist-high girdle, in the fact that you don't get that little bit of flub or muffin top above your waist. It's great for eliminating that, and it really is good for giving a smooth line from your bust to your hip under tight wiggle dresses and tight-fitting clothing. Underbust girdles were made in the 1940s and 50s, and I've got a couple of my favourite pieces to show you. The first up you might actually recognise. Now these 2 underbust girdles I'm going to show you, I actually found them at Spitalfields Market in London. We used to have a little concession in collective clothing in Spitalfields, and I happened to go there on a Thursday, and they have a vintage market on Thursday, and I found these two amazing underbust girdles. This one you might actually recognise, because this is the one that inspired our bazaar girdle of a few years ago, and you can see that the waist, it has slight boning on the waist, so it's got a short bone, so up until over your hips it's unboned, and then it's just got that like a 3-inch bone from your waist up to stop it rolling over. And that is really beautiful French piece. I'll just show you the inside as well. Again, it's got the front fastening, front zip, and often used with vintage lingerie is you have the hook and eye underneath, and then you have the zip to give a super smooth line, and that's a trick we've used quite a lot in the past as well. And inside, I love looking inside vintage garments. I mean, look how neat this has been finished. It looks just as perfect inside as it does outside. And another little feature I love is, and this again is frequently used on high quality vintage lingerie, is the boning channels were actually lined in velvet, so it'd be super smooth next to your skin. And just like our underbust girdle on the tummy, it does have the two bones at the front as well. And the other piece I've got to show you is something we haven't done anything with as of yet. It had a more unusual satin panel that was difficult to do anything with when we tried, and also the zip to one side. We find that if we put a zip to one side or the side, people, even though you can see in the picture, when you've got it at home, you're not really quite sure where it goes, so the zip ends up in all kinds of places. So it is a lot easier to have it, straight front and straight back. So this one's off to the side, and again it has hooks and eyes underneath, really cute, and the zip over the top. And this has got really luscious velvet inside. Yeah, so the whole placket underneath the hooks and eyes, that's a detail you really wouldn't find today. The whole lot is velvet, so you have super smooth against your skin, as well as the boning channels. You've got two bones on the tummy panel here, and then you've got the little bones around the back to stop it folding over. At first glance, it looks like the suspenders or garters on here are actually detachable, but what this is again is another common feature in vintage shapewear, is this elastic here has got like buttonholes in it, so you can adjust the length of the elastic by adjusting the buttons. So that means you can get a perfect fit for whatever nylons you happen to be wearing that day. And of course, with this one as well, you have the wide lace skirts. Both of them had a lace trim. So by looking at this, it makes me think that this was designed to be worn with more of a full skirt, or definitely not a skin tight skirt. And I have steered away from using big lace trims on our lingerie because I want to give you a really sleek line under clothing. But if you do like the idea of this, please let me know in the comments below, and you never know, I might be able to incorporate it into a future piece. If you do have any questions about what shapewear you should be wearing under which dress, or our vintage lingerie or our vintage inspired clothing, please get in touch. And in the meantime, take care, and I'll catch up with you soon.